this lesson, we're going to talk about simultaneous equations. As the title suggests, simultaneous equations are equations that happen simultaneously. And here we have more than one unknown. For sake of example, I've got three lots of a number, which is I call number x, and another number y makes 10. We have two unknowns, and you cannot tell me the value of x and y with just one equation. You need another equation, an independent equation, equation which is not made from multiples of this one. For example, I can't give you another one, for example, 6x plus 2y equal 20. That would be a multiple of this one. You need to have an independent equation to the one I've given you. So next equation, I give you first number minus the second number is 2. Now you have got two unknowns and two independent equations. Let me call this equation 1 and equation 2 because I need to refer to them later. Now, when you do simultaneous equation, often they write it in an organized way for you. But if it's not organized, you need to organize by making sure that x columns up, y columns up, equals under equal, and the numbers without letters on the other side. This equation is actually organized for you very nicely. They have put x under x, y under y, equals under equals, and the numbers without letters columned up nicely. Now, in order to find x, I need to get rid of y. In order to find y, I need to get rid of x. The choice of getting rid of x or y is up to you. It's never right or wrong, but sometimes it's very convenient to use a certain letter. For example, in this question here, it's easier to eliminate letter y rather than letter x, because I've got here 1y here, 1y here, plus 1y, minus 1y. So if I try to eliminate y, I need to have y with the same coefficient, same number before them, and preferably with a difference in sign, because when this is the case, I can add these two equations together. So 3x plus 1x, that becomes 4x, plus 1y, take away 1y, no y. So y is gone. I have managed to eliminate that. And 10 add 2 makes 12. So we end up with a very, very simple equation now. Write both sides and divide both sides by 4. 4 and 4 would cancel. X equals 12 divided by 4 is 3. Once we find one of the letters, the next one is very simple. We replace x equals 3 in one of the two equations. Which one is entirely up to you. If you find equation 1 simpler to use, we do that one. If you find second equation easier, then substitute in the second one. So after we found one of the letters, we tell the examiner or someone who is looking at our work that I want to substitute x equals 3 in equation either 1 or 2. Say for the sake of argument 1. Doesn't matter which one. We write equation 1 equation 1, and we substitute for x equals 3. To substitute, you replace the letter with that number. That's called substitution. But x we found numerically to be 3 plus y equals 10. 3 times 3 is 9 plus y equals 10. A very, very simple equation. To find y, we remove 9 from both sides. So y or plus y equals 10 take away 9, which is 1. That means y equals 1. The two numbers we were looking for, x is 3 and y equals 1. Check. X is 3. So 3 lots of 3 is 9. Plus y, which is 1. 9 plus 1 is 3. It satisfied the first equation. Try the second equation. X is 3. 3 take away y, which is 1. 3 take away 1 is 2. That means both my answers are correct. Let's do another example. These are very simple simultaneous equation. This time my first equation is 2x plus y equals minus 3. Two lots of a number plus one other number add together minus 3. First number minus second number also is minus 3. What are these two numbers? Well, give equations their own numbers and decide which letter you want to eliminate. Here I would go for letter y. As I said, there's no right or wrong. You can eliminate x or eliminate y. The reason I've gone for y, and the reason I think it's easier, is because we have the same number of y here. And the second bonus is their signs are different. Why is that a bonus? Because when you put a line here under and you add, plus y and minus y disappear. So let's start adding. 2x, add x, that's 3x. Plus 1y, take away 1y, 0y, no y. Minus 3 and minus 3 makes minus 6. So it becomes a very simple equation. Divide both sides by 3. If you cancel 3 and 3, x equals minus 2. Once you find one of the letters, finding the second letter is very simple. We use a substitution. So it says substitute x equals minus 2 in the equation of your choice. Equation 1 or equation 2. Say equation 1. But how would you use equation 1? Because here they're all positive. Here is less comfortable because there's a negative to consider. So since I chose equation 1 for substitution, I write the equation and I'll do what I suggested. Substitute x equals minus 2 in this equation. Wherever I got x, I put minus 2 plus y equals minus 3. Multiply, plus times minus is minus 2 times 2, 4, plus y equals minus 3. To find y, I need to get rid of minus 4. So I would add 4 to both sides. So y left on its own, y or plus y equals minus 3 plus 4, which is plus 1. So I got the two values of x and y. Let's check these numbers. If x is minus 2, we have two lots of minus 2 is minus 4. Minus 4 plus 1 makes minus 3. It should also fit in this equation. X is minus 2. Take away 1 is minus 3. That means both equations satisfied by these two answers, so the answers are correct. Let's do another one. A very simple equation here. Minus a plus b equals minus 5. A plus b equals minus 1. Equation number 1. Equation number 2. I would go and eliminate a, because by adding minus a and a will disappear. So I would say eliminate letter A. Add them together. Add columns by columns. Minus a plus a is no a, so I just write nothing. Plus b is plus 2b equals minus 5, and minus 1 makes minus 6. Here we divide both sides by 2. Therefore b equals minus 3. Now sub b equals minus 3 in equation either 1 or 2. I think equation 2 is more friendly. A plus b equals minus 1. Replace for b as minus 3. So we have a plus b is minus 3. That's that plus, and that b equals minus 1. But before we knew, when two signs follow is a multiplication rule. So a plus times minus is minus 3 equals minus 1. Add 3 to both sides. So a equals plus 2. Check. Minus a, which is minus 2, plus b, which is minus 3. Minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5. And a, which is 2, plus minus 3 makes minus 1. Both answers are correct. One more example on very simple simultaneous equations. We have a plus 4b equals 6. And minus a plus 8b equals minus 3. I'll give these equations their own numbers, equation 1, equation 2. And here I look. Is it easier to eliminate a or b? For two reasons, a is better to eliminate. First reason, a, the coefficients are both 1. 1 is plus, 1 is minus. So by adding, a automatically will eliminate. I don't need to make them the same number, which I will tell you in the next lesson how to make the numbers the same if they're not the same. So here we eliminate a. Again, by adding, a will disappear automatically. 1a, take over 1a, no a. 4b plus 8b, that's 12b. And 6 minus 3 is 3. Dividing both sides by 12. 12 and 12 cancels. So b equals 3 over 12, which cancels to 1/4. Now, sub means substitute. B equals 1/4 in equation of your choice. Shall we use equation 1 because they're all positive, probably more friendly. So we say in equation 1, write equation 1 down. A plus 4b equals 6. A plus 4 lots of b, which we already found by leaving it inside the bracket by means of substitution, equals 6. So plus 4 times 1/4 is plus 1. 4 lots of quarter. That's 4 quarters. 4 divided by 4 is 1 equals 6. To find A, I need to remove 1 from both sides. So A equals 5. Check. A being 5 and 4 lots of a quarter with 1. 5 add 1 makes 6. Minus A, which is minus 5, plus 8 lots of a quarter. So minus 5, 8 lots of a quarter, which is plus 2. Minus 5 plus 2 equals minus 3. Both answers are correct. This was really an introduction to solving simultaneous equations. The examples I gave you, they were all very simple forms where one of the letters had the same number and with different signs. So simply by adding, I got rid of them. Next lessons, I will introduce you to harder type of simultaneous equations where you have to make the number of the letters the same in order to eliminate. I hope you understand, you've understood this lesson well and you enjoy doing simple simultaneous equations. Next lesson, I shall continue with the simultaneous equation. Until then, bye.